make it tonight. So we're officially recording. So thanks for coming on, everybody. We're going to party it up tonight and talk about signing up 18 coaches in 30 days. So I know a few of you have already listened to this call that I'm going to talk about. I heard this call over the weekend, and I'm going to mute everyone out for just a second. Sorry. Oh, not that one, settings. Why do I always do this? I'm so technologically challenged. Okay, I'm muting everyone out for a second. Okay. Sorry, it just makes it easier for me to concentrate because I get distracted by anything. So I heard this awesome call last weekend about doing a 30-day push where you sign up as many coaches as you can. The goal is to get to 20 coaches. Eric Worre teaches about this, and I knew about it before. I've done it before. I went to his conference last year, and he taught about it. But the way that this coach spoke about how she did hers just like really stood out to me, and it was just really brilliant. So that was where I got the whole idea from about, actually, I had the idea that I wanted us to all do this as a team, but honestly, that crazy goal that I put out there for us to sign up 100 plus coaches by January, that like literally just came into my mind while I was speaking while we were on the team call Monday night. So like, obviously that was a goal that God just wanted me to set because it just popped out. So the whole 100 coaches little campaign thing that we're doing all falls into this. So since we just started it today, I thought it would be perfect to talk about this and what I learned about on the call, and just kind of go through the notes that I took about it, or took on it. I can't talk. So that's what I'm going to do, is I'm just going to go through what they talked about on the call, open it up for questions, and I think that this may clarify, some confusion if you've never done one of these before, because I know it can seem overwhelming thinking about it. So the first thing you want to do with these 30-day pushes is you want to set your goals, which we already did in the group. We want to think about how many people we want to bring in, and then we want to increase the number of connections that we're doing. And you really just have to, like we talked about this on the call that we had with Lindsay before, but it's really about just like focusing on recruiting for a short period of time and just staying laser focused on that. And she said that for her, the girl that was on the call, she said that for her, it was being intensely focused and setting everything up ahead of time, that's what we did, where I shared the roadmap with you guys and all of the social media posts, which I'm going to talk about that in a minute, and just having a detailed plan. Shocked about all that. So that's that. We've already done all of that. And then she just kind of gave like her biggest takeaways. So her first thing she actually said was that she never, she made her list, her prospect list, of all the people she was going to reach out to. But because she was posting on social media every day, everyone actually came to her because of her post. She got the philosophy from GoPro, like I said, and Dave Ramsey mentioned with doing a short burst like this, that if you're relentlessly focused intensely for a short period of time, it's one of the best absolute ways to catch momentum, because you know that there's going to be an end date in sight. It's 30 days, and for us, we're trying to do this by the end of the year, so we know that that's our end date. So those two things really didn't go together. The way that I take my notes are kind of scatterbrained, but I just wanted to mention that the short, intense burst that we're going to do, it's going to give us a lot of momentum. We're going to reach out to and help a lot of people, and you guys are going to see the growth in your business too. I have done a Recruit 30 2 or 3 times now, I guess. And each time that I do something like this, it will triple, quadruple my income. It just depends on how many people come in and, how much they're duplicating. So that's the first thing that she said, was she never actually used her prospect list. Everyone came to her. But I do highly, highly encourage you guys to do both things. That's what I'm doing. I'm posting on social media every day with the same exact post that I laid out for you guys. And I'm definitely reaching out to people. I'm sending out indirect invites every day. I'm sending out direct invites every day to people. I have my dream team list. I have my comprehensive contact list. and I'm just going through them. I'm putting an X. I have them all in a spreadsheet, and I'm Xing them off as I invite them. So that's kind of how I'm keeping it organized. And as you're going through this process, it's going to feel kind of intense because normally we don't sit here and try to focus on bringing in as many people as we possibly can. A good goal to have, Ashley and I were talking about this, a good goal to have every month would be to bring about 3 to 5 coaches in to, consistently grow your business. But like I said, we have a big goal that we all want to achieve for the team, for all the lives that need to be reached, and for ourselves and our personal finances. So that's why we want to do this first, so that we can make, something happen quickly in a short period of time. And then always make sure as you're going through this process, to make sure that you remember what your goals are and your why. And your why has got to be powerful. You guys all know by now, we talk about what your why is all the time. And I have to remind myself of this all the time when I'm going through these bursts, because it can feel intense. Honestly, it can. Because this is not something that we do all the time. So I just remind myself, there's people out there that need my help. Anytime I don't feel like working, I think about that. I think about the fact that I really want to pay off the rest of my debt by the end of the year. I think about all the things that I can do when I'm earning that 6-figure income, all the places I can travel and come visit you guys whenever the heck I want. So I remind myself of that. I remind myself of my why and my goals. So for me, I have my goals written out in front of me. I have them on my mirror in my bathroom. I read them out loud in the morning, at night. I do it more every time I go pee. I read them out loud, because the more I focus on it, the more motivated I'm going to be, and the more likely, I shouldn't even say more likely, the things that I need, to help me get to my goals are going to happen, and they're going to come into my life because I'm focusing on it. So know what your goals are, know what your why is, keep it in front of you. That was the second thing. The third thing that she said is that to create systems using what you love about this business. So if you love Facebook and Instagram, use that. Don't worry about Twitter. Don't worry about LinkedIn, Pinterest, all that stuff. Those are all great social media outlets, but I just say pick 2, focus on those 2, focus on what you enjoy, and it's going to make it a more enjoyable process, honestly, because, who wants to do what they don't love? So that's what I'm doing. I'm focusing on Facebook and Instagram. She also said that she prepared in advance. She cleared out all the clutter, that would maybe hold her back from being able to focus on this. She said that she took her team with her, which we're all doing. She had a map of exactly where they were going. And she made sure that as she was talking to these new coaches that she was bringing in, she told them exactly where we were going. And we have a very, very clear system in place on our team as far as training goes. It's all laid out in the Dropbox of exactly what we're going to do with the coaches when they come in. We're going to bring them in. We're going to do their GSR call with them. We're going to talk about their goals. Then they're going to go into Bootcamp 1.0. Then they'll do 2.0. Then after that, we have the Emerald training, and then we have the Diamond training. So I tell prospects that, and that's important to let them know about. We have this training system in place where we're going to show you exactly what to do step by step, and we are going to help you reach the rank milestones that you have and reach all of your goals. We work this business together. No one does this alone. So that's one thing that she talked about a lot, was to make it clear for all of the people that you're bringing in of where we are going. The other thing that she said, we've already talked about this actually, is just being public and being constant with your marketing on social media, on whatever platforms you choose. And again, this is what gave me the idea for the content that I put together for you guys I think I did it for 8 days. Hang on, I have it open up in front of me. 10 days, sorry. So this call gave me the ideas for that. Because she says whenever you're promoting something big, what you want to do is you want to market it for 6 to 12 days in a row. And then after that, kind of take a little breather, for a day or two, and then switch gears on what you're marketing about. And every day post something different about what's coming up with a link to join and more information. And then if you feel like you're not really getting responses, like after maybe like the first few days, first week or so, then go ahead and start reaching out to the people on your list. Like I said, I'm already doing it. Like I'm just going to go ahead and already reach out and do both. But you want to be sure that you're constantly posting about it every single day. And you want to, talk about the different milestones, which I did that in the document that I came up with, because she said on this call that you want to be sure that you're talking about what's coming up, which is boot camp. You're sharing about the coaching opportunity. And then when boot camp starts, and first, when you have all the new coaches come in, you want to post about that on your pages. Post their welcome frame on your Facebook page, tag them in it, welcome them in it, so that people can see what you're doing. And then when boot camp starts, we're going to post about that. When people rank advance, we're going to post about that publicly so people see what we're doing. We get more credibility when we do that, because people see we're bringing in these people, we're helping them reach their goals, and we're doing something that works, that's really helping people. And again, this is not anything you guys have to worry about, because this is all laid out in the social media outline for the marketing that I gave you guys. But that's why it's so important to post about it daily, because if you post about it tonight at 9 p.m. like I did, okay, I sure am going to post about it again tomorrow on Friday at noon, because just because someone saw it tonight doesn't mean they're going to see it again tomorrow, and vice versa. Someone might see it tomorrow that didn't see it tonight. And it creates momentum and it creates excitement when you're talking about it every day. And the way that I came up with the posts, it's not salesy. It doesn't sound like you're throwing a product out there, pushing a product on people's throats. It's just sharing a story, and it's talking about your life. So that's what we have to do, is we have to get out there and put it out there. Because how are people going to know what we're doing and what we're offering if we don't tell them? I mean, seriously, people don't know that they can become a coach on your team. I mean, some people might, but if you're not talking about it, they're going to be clueless. So let's see, going through the rest of this stuff. I've already talked about all this stuff. One thing that she did say that she did is when she got, when people reached out to her, she asked how they found her, like whether it was on Facebook, Instagram, whatever. And let's see what else. Then she said after she did this, she spent, after she did the 30-day push, she spent the next month doing one-on-one calls with the new people on the team. Let's see. And then she just says, like, they all set a big goal together, which we've already done. They all had success partners, which we already did. And then the last thing that she did mention was that a typical day for her with her marketing and stuff, with her posts. I thought this was important to mention. Sorry. Had a brain fart. She said that on most of her opportunity posts, she didn't get a lot of likes on it. So if you throw up something and only 2 or 3 people like it, don't take it down. Please don't take it down. I used to do that. I used to be like, oh my gosh, only 2 or 3 people liked it. I was probably offensive. I probably sounded salesy. Oh my gosh, I just got to take it down. I'm terrible. No, don't take it down. Just because people doesn't like it, that doesn't mean they don't see it. A lot of people don't hit the like button, but they watch what you're doing. Some people might not hit the like button because they feel convicted about what you posted about and they want to do it, but they're too afraid. They're going to come to you one day, I promise. People are watching what you're doing out there, even if they like your pictures or comment on them or not. It's just important to be consistent about sharing on there every single day. And then I did just want to briefly touch on the social media, the marketing that I provided for you guys. Like I said, the way that I set all of this up to where it goes from talking about I have exciting news to the Glance group, to having financial freedom, to the boot camp, to the new coaches, to all of that. I got all of that from this call. So, I mean, it's all very intentional. I couldn't think of the word. It's all intentional. We want to make sure that we're sharing what we're doing the whole entire time. So I said this in the group, but I just wanted to reiterate again that the way that I typed this stuff up, it's stories about me. It's stories about what coaching has done for me. And just because you guys don't have that story right now, that doesn't mean that you don't have an awesome story to share. like I was saying in the group, like even if you're able to pay for your light bill or a manicure or like anything like that, that's big. That's huge. Like most people don't have extra finances to just, be able to have money to set aside to do that kind of stuff. So share those things and share about what you feel like is going to come for you in the future. Like, I mean, I told you guys, I'm not making six figures right now. I'm not like big balling yet, but I know I will be. I know what's coming. So you just have to think about what your why is. Think about what your goals are with this business. Think about your dream boards that you make or that you made, in boot camp. And just think about that. That's what you want your future to be like. So make sure that you're painting that picture clear to people, just saying like, let's see, I'm going to go through one of the posts as an example. So like today's post, for example, where I said for me, I've been there. I was working in a corporate director level job, 80 plus hours a week, doing my master's degree, no time for anything, not fulfilled, blah, 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 blah. So you guys could say, I totally know how you feel too. Right now, you might not want to post publicly on Facebook that you hate your job, but you might just say like, I don't have a lot of time right now to do the things that I love to do. So I know that through this opportunity that I'm going to have a huge future, and I know that I'm going to have time to travel the world. I'm going to have time to buy my husband that boat I want to buy him. I just know that my future is bright and that all of these things are going to happen, and I want to help you guys do the same thing too. And you can just even throw in there that, since I became a coach, like I just never thought that I would. Now I'm going to the second paragraph, or I'm sorry, hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4. The fourth paragraph of the post from today. Like, for me, I said I never thought I could live out the life of my dreams, but because of this opportunity, I am. So maybe you can't say that yet, or maybe you can, but maybe instead you could say, I never thought that I could live out the life of my dreams. I always wanted more, but I never knew how I was going to make it happen. But because of this opportunity, it's already starting to change my life. And I already know that I'm going to be able to do all of those things that I just told you guys about. And that's all it is, guys, is just telling people that you know what direction you're going in. Do you want to come with me and do it too? Be confident about the direction that you're going and just share. Just share. That's all you got to do. Share from the heart. People are never going to think you're salesy if you just share from the heart. So if you guys need help when you're coming up with your own social media posts, feel free to post them in our page that we have for the Operation 100 Plus coaches, or send them in a private message to myself or your upline for help if you need help. But that's kind of just what I wanted to go through, is kind of what we're doing. You really just need to be doing two things: posting every day and focusing on reaching out to your list. It's very simple. I know, again, it can be intimidating if you've never done one of these before. So that's why I wanted to just go through it and then get on the call with you guys and then see if you have any questions. So now that I've been going on and on and on, I'm going to unmute you guys and see if you guys have any questions. Bella's here too to see if you guys have any questions. See, I'm in this crazy mood. Okay. You guys are unmuted now. What questions do we have? Come on, I know somebody has one. Do you guys have questions about what to say in your invites? Do you have questions about how many invites you should send out?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Sure.
About the invites. Now, how do you do the invites? I'm sorry, Jessica.
No, that's okay. That's okay. Sorry, I like it because like
I kind of, yeah.
Yeah, so there's actually, hang on, let me just open up the Facebook group to make sure I posted it. We have a great link, or a great document, I'm sorry, that I put together that shows you exactly what to say in an invite. I think I posted it in the group, but I'm double checking. Let me see. Oops. Let me open up the roadmap. I would have sworn I put it in the roadmap. I didn't. I'm just kidding. So I'm going to screen share real quick. Let's see. Okay. So I'll share this in the group too. But if you're in Dropbox and you go to sharing the business opportunity, there is this document called Sharing the Business Opportunity. And it shows you step by step what to say for a direct invitation when you're reaching out to someone. So you want to figure out 4 things: what's in it for them, what you love about it, why you thought of them, and what their objection might be. And then in this document too, it says if you don't feel comfortable sending out a direct invite, there are great tools on how to send out an indirect invite. And that would just be more of like, reaching out to someone and just saying something to them like, I really admire you and I love what you do. I love your passion that you have for your business. And I would just love your honest opinion on how we could make this coaching at a glance group better that we're doing. The exact script is in this document. And then this document that I have open right now, it just walks you through exactly what to say and what questions to ask as you're talking to them about the coaching opportunity. And then I was going to read you guys an example. So where did it go? Hang on. Okay, here it is. So here's an example of what you can say to a coach prospect. So, hey, Lisa, hope all is well, beautiful lady. I was just thinking of you and wanted to pop in because I felt like God was nudging me to tell you about something. I thought of you because I know you love people. You have such a charismatic personality and love having time with your family. I love that about you, and I could instantly tell that when I was in Vegas and met you. It's changed my life, and it has helped me to be able to quit my full-time job last year so that I can have more time to spend doing what I love. So I was just thinking that coaching would be the perfect opportunity for you because you would inspire so many people and be able to earn extra income so you can actually have more time to spend with your family. I know you're super busy and you may not have a lot of time, but you can do it around your own schedule and as little time as you want. Have you ever considered coaching before? So that would kind of be an example of a direct invite. Hang on, and I can give you an example of an indirect invite too. Why won't it let me open it? Not found. That's cray. Hang on. I thought that I did that, and we'll just click here. So yeah, this is an example of an indirect invite. Hey girl, how are you? Your pictures from your competition look amazing. I wanted to ask you something real quick. I just made a video for my business that I wanted a second opinion on. I really admire you and your success with your business and would love it if you could give me your honest opinion before I use the video for my website. If I send it over, would you take a quick peek for me? And it doesn't have to be a video. It can be any tool or resource available. It could be the Coaching at a Glance group that we do or no, it's not every week anymore, just kidding. The Coaching at a Glance group that we do. It could be the webinar recording that I did. It could be my own video. It could really just be anything. So what I will do is I will post a link for this in the page in the group that we're in, Operation 100 Plus Coaches. So I'm going to say, here is a document of exactly what to say when you are inviting to the coaching opportunity. This is for, oh, we got 10 minutes, hang on. This is for direct invites. This is for indirect. Oops. Let me grab the other one. I'm just doing this now, guys, so I don't forget. Sorry. Bear with me. I'm trying. This is for direct. Okay. So I just posted that in the group, the Operation 100 Plus Coaches group, Dolores. Does that help?
Yes.
Cool. Any other things you guys can think of? Do you have any questions about the posts, like what you want to post about or making your list? Do you have any fears? Do you feel freaked out, overwhelmed, scared? You want to cry? Sometimes I want to cry. I'm just kidding. Were you going to say something, Mary? I saw that you unmuted yourself.
I'm like thinking. Well, I'm just trying to think about setting everything up because I still have to set everything up. And as far as like the posts, I mean, really, they could be all planned out in Hootsuite ahead of time.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, is that bad?
Not
Are people going to see a tweet that, like, I don't know. That's just me being paranoid, isn't it?
No, I think scheduling them out on Hootsuite is a really good idea because I know that you don't have like signal and stuff at your work, so I think that's a really good idea. The whole reason why I set it all up to start today is because, hang on, I'm going to count on my calendar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so there's actually 12 days from today until New Coach Boot Camp starts, which the last 2 posts are actually about Coach Boot Camp, so you could still start in a couple days if you haven't started yet. But the whole reasoning behind the timing was just because all of this is like leading up to the boot camp.
Mm-hmm. So basically, we'll be doing it like you said in the different phases and whatnot, and then once we start the New Coach Boot Camp, is the goal to have like a few new coaches by then already in there, and that way people can from the outside can see the whole process. Is that what?
Yeah, exactly. Okay. What was I gonna say? This is something like, honestly, we could have started marketing for it sooner, but I didn't get the idea until last weekend. Then I was like, oh, we have just enough time to like start promoting now because we still have this many days till boot camp and it'll all work out perfectly. So we may not get as many as we want to into this boot camp, but the whole idea, like you said, is to show everyone the whole process. And then obviously like our whole 30 days has not gone by in 12 days. So we'll still be doing it. And then we'll be onboarding people, new people will be coming in. And then, like, I think in the last couple posts in the document, I kind of said, you know, like, if you want to join my November group, like, here's the link for the application. So, and then kind of just start it all over again, like, you know, when it comes time.
Are you doing, like, an application for October and then an application for November?
No, it's all the same.
Like in the Google Forms? It's all the same? Okay.
I'm just using the same. And if we have people, because I have coaches that join all the time after boot camp starts. So if you have people that join after boot camp starts, like you can still take people in. We may, depending on how many new coaches we get in, we may have to run boot camp more, you know, the next month or two. So we'll just kind of play that by ear and see how it goes. But you don't want to like, I mean, for me, at least, I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, it's October 7th. Like, sorry, you got to wait till November to join. I'm not going to do that.
Right. That makes sense. And then for the Google Forms, I know with the PIO, you had done the Google Form application, and I think a lot of us had done that as well after you showed us that example or whatnot. And I know when I did the PIO one, it seems like I had trouble creating it and then trouble going back and looking at it. Like it took me forever to figure it out. I'm hoping when I set up my, you know, the recruiting one, the coach application, it won't be as difficult, but it didn't, I mean, I don't know why it was, I don't know.
Was it just like difficult to make it or difficult to get to the responses or like what part of it?
No, it was really easy to make it. And then it was done. And then it was difficult to go back and like look at it or like go back and see, you know, who had filled out the application, that type of thing. And I'm not sure why. I think I had trouble getting to the actual, like the Google Forms, like link or something.
It's confusing. Is your email Gmail? I can't remember.
I have a Gmail account. Yeah.
Let me screen share real quick.
I have two accounts, but one of them's Gmail.
We have 4 minutes left on this one, so I'm going to show you guys real quick. Oh, gosh. Oh, I stopped my video. Whoops. Sorry. So this is how someone taught me how to do this because I had no idea you could do this. So if you're on your Google account and you click on this little square thingy up here in the top right corner, it'll bring down all these thingies. And then if you click Drive,
Okay.
it'll bring this up. And then you can see these are the different ones that I have here. So it'll, if I click on this, it'll just show me the form.
Okay.
But if I go back, there's one right under it that says Coach Application Responses. So I click on that, and I think it puts it all in a spreadsheet. So that's
wow.
That's how I access mine. Is just going through my Gmail account.
Okay.
Did that help?
So, yeah, I think it does. I'm going to have to mess with the Google Drives because, I mean, I have a Google account and I've messed around with the whole Google thing and the different Google components, but I never really understood everything entirely. So I'll have to try. So I guess to create the form, you go to Google Drives to create the form?
Yeah. Here, I'll show you how to do that too. Let me, where's screen share? Where'd it go? There it is. Okay. So if you're, am I in the Google Drive? Yeah, I'm in the Google Drive. So here on the left where it says create, you just click that. And then you click form.
Okay. Awesome.
And then it's just like that. Like you can type in the form, Mary's form. And then you just type in the questions down here. What is your name? Right there. And then you can change it down here to like what the question type is. So if you want it to be a text answer where they type blah, 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 that's my name. Paragraph, multiple choice, check boxes, all those different things.
Okay.
And then you just hit done for each one and it'll put it all in there. And then I think you just hit send form and then it'll give you the link.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because like I said, I did it with the PIO one, but like it took me a few hours just to get the stupid form like made, and I don't know. I don't know. So that makes a lot more sense how you did it. So
the first time I did it, I wanted to claw my eyes out because I was so confused. What is this? Do you guys want me to open up another one so we can go through more stuff? Because this one's about to end.
I think I'm gonna hit the hay.
Okay.
See y'all later.
Bye, Ashley. Good night.
Bye.
Okay, cool.
Bye.
Mary, I know you and I are about to talk one-on-one, so I will send you another link. Dolores, I hope you have a good night.
All right, you too.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, ending the recording.